What's up, everybody? It's Anderson here at Quantum Clutch Genetics, and today we're doing a beginner's guide to ball python genetics. Let's go. Alright, everybody, let's get started here. So there's actually only 3 different types of genes, genes here. Ball python genetics are actually fairly simple with how they work. Let's start with codominant. So let's say the mom here has Orange Dream and then a normal gene in that same spot. And the dad is, let's just say, a normal. So the baby here could either get a normal from the mom or an Orange Dream copy. And from the dad, it's going to get a normal either way because both of them are filled up with normal. But if it gets Orange Dream from the mom, then it'll be visually Orange Dream. Codominants are visual with only one copy of the gene. It's fairly simple. Usually they don't express it a lot, but you can tell that there's a different mutation in that single gene. Also, with codominants, you can have what's called a super form. So let's say the dad also had Orange Dream over here, and they got lucky enough that they both hit on Orange Dream here. It's like a super form of the single gene, since they're in the same allelic spot. So the expression on it is about double or even more than double what it would be with a single gene, since both of the allelic spots are taken up, which is why a lot of breeders like to have something with a super form, because if you were to breed this baby out down the line, its only option is to give an Orange Dream. So your babies from it would be guaranteed to have at least one gene of Orange Dream. Alright, next, let's do a dominant trait. So a dominant trait would be something like leopard. Leopard's expression is a lot more than like a codominant. A codominant is like an unfinished part in the DNA. But with dominance, with only one copy, the expression is substantially more. And let's just say the dominant also, or let's say the dad here had leopard too, and again, they both hit on leopard. The super leopard would look almost no different than a regular leopard, which is different than the codominant trait over here. So this is still desirable to any breeder, or even if you are looking for a pet. But this also guarantees that if you breed it out, that it'll give one copy of both. This is better for dominant traits because it gives more expression to the babies that it is given to, obviously. But on the other hand, with dominant traits is that some people don't want them in their projects because they overpower other genes and such too. So this could also be a downside or a win, depending on which projects you're looking into or if you think that the gene is good or not. Alrighty, so now let's look at recessive traits. So recessives are a little bit more trickier, but they should still be pretty easy to understand. So let's say a mom is a visual pied, so she has 2 copies of the gene here. And dad's a het pied, so he only has 1 copy in normal. So the mom here would be a visual pied, so she would have a lot of white blotching all over her body. So, but the dad here, even though it has a copy of the gene, it'll still show up as a normal because it needs 2 copies of the gene. So yeah, let's just say the baby got one copy from mom because her only choice is to give a gene of pied. She can only give one or the other, and both of them are filled up with pied. But the dad has a choice of giving the pied, which would make this a visual pied, just like the mom. So she would have white blotching, or it could give the normal and make it look like the dad, where it would look just like a normal, but it would have one copy of the pied gene. Recessives are definitely more desirable in the reptile community, especially with breeding, because they are harder to obtain. With their probabilities of actually hitting gold snakes, especially when you have to have 2 copies of each, and most people are going for multi-recessive projects, so it takes a lot of luck and selective breeding to be able to hit on recessive traits more often than not. So our last one here is actually going to be allelic, which I added here because I thought I should talk about it too. So allelic is basically almost like the same gene, just in the or they're like different genes, but in the same spot in the DNA line. So there's multiple complexes. Like there's the blue-eyed leucistic complex. There is the like yellow belly complex. Those are only 2 I can think of right now. But it's when, so let's just say you have a yellow belly. YB is going to be the yellow belly. And let's say you have a asphalt right here. So this would make a freeway here, a freeway. So the mom here only has an option to only give a yellow belly or an asphalt here. So be yellow belly or asphalt. Let's see. So if the dad was just a yellow belly here and then a normal, he could either give a yellow belly or normal in the same line. So it could either just be a yellow belly or asphalt, or it could be a super yellow belly, which they call an ivory, or it could be a freeway, which is from the asphalt, so just like the mom. Allelics are a little bit confusing, I get it, but we'll do another one here. So let's say the mom was a gravel. We'll do GR for gravel, and the dad is we'll do yellow belly again, and then normal. And they both hit on the genes here, so gravel and yellow belly. I think this is a highway here, is what they call it. So pretty much it is like a super form. So just like earlier when we had the codominance, like a super orange dream, there's 2 copies of it like that. And it makes a super form visual of it. So yellow belly and gravel almost look the same if they're just by themselves, but if they're different, they'll look like a almost like a road on their back, which is substantially different than what their normal visual looks are. Basically, the genes are on the same DNA strand, so that's why you have a couple complexes there. I'll do one more example, but this time with a recessive trait. I have some experience with this one. It's actually, let's just say the mom here is a visual clown. We'll do CL for clown. Visual clown, so it needs 2 copies of it to be a visual clown because it's a recessive trait. And let's do dad is a cryptic. So we'll do cry. So visual cryptic. So both their options are to be to give 1 of each. Now, since these 2 are on the same DNA strand, they actually still make a visual representation of a snake, which is weird, right? Because they're both visual recessives, which should be almost impossible to do because you need 2 copies for it to be visual. This allelic combination just makes a different visual representation than if it would be one of these 2. Alrighty, that is all I have for you guys today. If that information helped you, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know if it helped you or pointing you in the right direction. If you like content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell when I post on Fridays. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.